Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. This is Crystal here. Today I created this look for you guys for, I think it was a good look for New Year's Eve. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a video out for you guys, but I figure I could get it out for New Year's Eve. So I've had this Kathleen Lights palette that she had in collaboration with Morphe, one of her many collaborations that she's had. But I've had it for a while, and unfortunately I haven't been able to actually use it. So I figured this will be the perfect time to use this palette. It has some beautiful colors. It has a lot of shimmery colors. I use these two colors and with this for this look. And I love the tones. It has different shimmery colors, like I said, perfect for this season, any season, but mainly for New Year's Eve. You know, we like those glittery looks, so sparkly looks. So we have the green, we have the olive green, we have the gold, the brown, the purplish, and this is more like a, I don't know, burgundy. So yeah, it's a pretty palette, as all of her collaborations. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, then please keep on watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me any comments down below if you have any suggestions, if you like it, if you try it. Don't forget to tag me, and I hope you guys like it. If you want to see how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. Until next time. Alright loves, and to begin, I already have my foundation and my eyebrows done. I use my Cabra and my Matte+Poreless foundation from Maybelline. And as always, I'm going to use my concealer and apply some of that in my eyelids. I like to use this as a primer, so if you want to use a regular primer, then you're more than welcome. Next, we're just going to apply a light eyeshadow into our eyelids, an entire eyelid. This is just to prevent any creasing, so any light colors that you have around you, just go ahead and apply it all over your lid. Next, I am just going to use a brown color. I'm using a Smarty Pants from my Tarletette Blue palette, and I'm just going to apply that in my crease. It's pretty much our transition shade, but I'm going to add this a little bit higher just because I want a more dramatic look. From my Kathleen Lights palette, I am just going to use this dark pink. It's like a rose gold, I would say. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the names, but I'm going to apply that again on my crease, keeping it a little bit higher. Again, I want to create more of a dramatic look, so keeping this higher and just making sure that I am blending as I go. And I'm going to create pretty much an outer V with this shade. And since we are going to be using some darker colors, I'm just keeping a clean brush handy, and I am just going over the colors that I am applying just to ensure that I don't have any harsh lines. Next, I'm going to use a color right beside. It's a more darker color, more like a burgundy, and I am just going to apply this mainly in the outer corner of my eye. And once we are done blending those previous colors, I'm going to apply some Fix Plus to my brush, and I'm going to use this bronzy color from this palette from the top, and I'm just going to apply that pretty much almost all over my eyelid, except for the area where I already applied some eyeshadow. Once I apply that color, I realized that it wasn't really what I was looking for, so I am going into this. It's more of a rose gold. It has some tints of purple, I want to say. So I am applying that color on top of the previous color that I had already added. I wanted something a little bit more lighter for the center of my eyelid, so I think this actually worked well. Next, I'm going back into the darker color that I used in my outer corner, and I'm getting a small brush, and I'm just going to apply this on my crease. I'm pretty much going to define my crease. I'm not actually doing a cut crease, but I do want to make sure that the crease is a little bit more defined. Again, just because we're using a lot of dark tones, so I want to make sure that you can still be able to tell what colors I have. Next, I am going to use this color from, I don't remember the name, but I will list it down below. It's more of a brown color. I noticed that all the colors were kind of blending together, so I used this brown color to give it a little bit more definition. Again, I'm just applying this in the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm using a brush in between just to make sure that I'm blending everything as best as possible. And next, I grab a little bit more of that first pink that we used, that kind of rose gold tone, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend all of the edges out. Again, I'm doing it a little more dramatic, so I want to make sure that everything is blended correctly. And I'm using a shade from that palette as well to put in my brow bone. And once we got rid of all the excess or fall off from our shadows, I'm going to go ahead and apply a wing liner. I am not the best at applying my wing liner, definitely on camera, so bear with me. But yeah, just go ahead and apply a wing liner as dramatic as you want it. And next, moving on to my face, I am going to apply my concealer, and for that I am using my Radiant Creamy Concealer from NARS, and I am using the shade Custard. And yes, I am applying more than usual, but again, this is a New Year's Eve look, so we definitely want to look as flawless as possible. And after that, you know the drill, just get your beauty blender and blend, blend, blend. And once we are done blending, I am going to use my translucent powder from Laura Mercier, and I'm just going to use that to set my concealer. I'm going to bake just for a little bit. I'm not applying that much, just enough. And next, I'm going to use my palette from Too Faced, and I'm going to use this to contour. Once we are done with our contour, I'm just going to use the sponge that I used to apply my setting powder, and whatever was left, I'm just going to apply it under just to clean it up a little bit more and make it a little more sharper. After that, we can go ahead and get a brush and dust it all off, making sure that we blend everything nicely and smooth. Next, I'm going to use my Radiant Luminizing Drops from Sephora, and I'm going to apply that on the highest point of my cheeks prior to applying my highlight. And for my highlighter, I'm using this Makeup Forever, and it is called, I believe, Pearl Light Fusion, something along those lines. I actually got this for Christmas from my boyfriend, so this is the first time that I'm going to try it, and I definitely liked it. It was definitely a very nice color. For blush, I'm going to be using Entertain from Tarte. And using a stippling brush, we're just going to make sure that everything is nice and blended. And I'm just going to use my beauty blender to set my highlight. Next, I'm just going to use the same eyeshadows that I applied on my eyelid, and I'm going to smudge that on my lower lash line. Next, I'm just going to curl my eyelashes a little bit and apply a little bit of mascara prior to applying my fake lashes. That's just so that they blend and they look a little bit more natural. Of course, we know we use fake lashes, but this will help so that it looks a little bit better. And for my lashes, I'm just going to be using my Wispies from Ardell. You guys know I'm in love with those lashes. I really like how it complements any look, so I'm going with the Wispies again. And one last time, we just make sure that everything is nice and blended before moving to our lips. And for my lips, I'm just going to go ahead and line them with a nude color. I'm going to be using a bold lipstick, so I want to make sure that I can stay on line. And for my lips, I'm going to be using a Tarte. I'm not sure exactly. I believe they're called lip paints. If I am wrong, again, I will list everything down below. But I went with this dark red, so it's more of a cherry dark red. I really like this, so I hope you guys liked it as well. And to set this look, I'm just going to be using my primer water from Smashbox. And that is it for this look, my loves. I really like how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.